Unang-una, hindi ko naman kayo pinilit para pumunta dito para kumain. Pangalawa, hindi ko kiniklaim na masarap yung pagkain ko, diba? So yan lang yung tinda ko.
Siguro sa lahat na kinain ako, ito yung pinakawalan lasa.
So totoo pala talaga, hindi masarap yung Pares ni Diwata, ano?
Ano lang yan, trending lang kaya.
Hello, good afternoon. Galing ako sa Pasay kahapon kay Diwata. Ngayon ikaw naman yung pinuntahan ko.
Have you ever heard of Dolly Chaiwala from India?
The co-founder of Microsoft and a philanthropist, Bill Gates, recently shared a video where he was seen enjoying a cup of tea with Nagpur's famous Dolly Chaiwala.
Well, hold on to your taste buds because the Philippines has its own internet sensation, Diwata Pares Overload. But wait, there's more. We're not stopping there. Today we're embarking on an epic taste adventure, comparing Diwata Pares Overload from Pasay City with another rising star in the street food scene, Hiwaga Pares Overload from Quezon City. But here's the kicker. Both are serving up the same mouth-watering dish, Pares Overload. Now hold your cravings because we're not just here for the hype. Nope, this isn't a paid promotion. We're bringing you raw, unfiltered content straight from the streets. No bias, no BS, just honest-to-goodness food exploration and review. So, join us as we answer the burning questions. Which Pares Overload reigns supreme? Are these vendors living up to the online buzz, or is it all just a tasty illusion? Let's find out together in this sizzling showdown of flavors. Get ready to feast your eyes and tantalize your taste buds. Let's roll. If you're a foreigner watching this video and you're wondering what a Pares is, allow me to enlighten you. Pares, also known as beef pares, refers to a serving of Filipino braised beef stew paired with garlic fried rice. It is a popular dish, especially associated with specialty roadside diner-style establishments known as paresan.
Nice.
Nowadays, Pares can be found on almost every street corner in Metro Manila. Just like the famous balut, the boiled, fertilized duck egg, you can also give Pares a try. That is, if you're not picky about eating Filipino street food. Diwata Pares Overload leveled up his Pares by adding lechon kawali, a Filipino cooking style of pork belly deep-fried in an open pan, and fried chicharon bulaklak, a pig mesentery, or the fatty tissue that holds together the pig's small intestine, replacing beef entirely. What's even crazier is that despite Philippine President Bongbong Marcos's failure to bring the price of rice down to 20 pesos, Diwata made it more enticing by implementing unlimited rice in his Pares Overload, plus a free soft drink.
Saan yung soft drinks?
I always consider these 5 criteria every time I eat, whether it's at a small or large restaurant. I also apply them to street food. These are location and accessibility, service, price, cleanliness and orderliness, and food taste. I allocate 20 points to each criterion for a total of 100 points. However, let me remind you, we're eating street food, not dining at a fancy 5-star hotel or restaurant, so don't expect too much. So let's begin with Diwata Pares Overload. Diwata Pares Overload is open 24 hours a day and is located at JW Diokno Boulevard in Pasay City. Famous landmarks nearby are the Mall of Asia, the GSIS building, and the Manila Film Center. Parking rates inside the business compound are 20 pesos for motorcycles and 50 pesos for 4-wheeled vehicles, or just around $1. Parking is always full during peak hours. For this, I will give 19 points for the location and accessibility. It's almost every day that you can see long lines of people who want to eat at Diwata Pares Overload. It's self-service, where you're the one to fall in line, pay, and get your own food. Some people waited for 3 hours in line during peak hours, and I'm very lucky that I only waited for 40 minutes. There are no chairs but only long tables, and everybody is standing while eating. For the service, I will give 18 points. The Pares Overload costs 100 pesos, or around $2. It comes in a small bowl with unlimited rice and one free soft drink. Take note that the minimum wage per day in Metro Manila is 610 pesos, and the majority are still earning way below that amount. Every year, food prices are skyrocketing with the looming inflation. For the price, I will give it a perfect score of 20 points. The topic of cleanliness is a little bit controversial. Every day we see videos like the Indian street food that receives lots of negative reviews online. Lucky for the Philippines, Filipinos are a little bit conscious when it comes to food preparation and cleanliness. I'm not saying that there is no dirty street food in our country, but I can say that Filipinos are more westernized, and seeing fewer videos on social media portraying Filipino street food as dirty is somewhat of a relief. In the case of Diwata Pares Overload, the dining tables are often cramped, empty bowls and empty soft drink bottles are everywhere, and employees are not wearing a hairnet, but are wearing plastic gloves while they handle the food. But it's very understandable because of the large crowd of people who are present almost every hour. And I noticed that they are also understaffed. For this, I will give a score of 18 points. Finally, the food. Does the Pares Overload taste better? I'll have to say that it tastes good, definitely delicious. There are only a handful of people who say it doesn't taste good. Now let me support my claim. First, the two meat ingredients in the Pares Overload are already a standalone favorite dish for most Filipinos. Lechon kawali can be eaten without the Pares soup. And so does the chicharon bulaklak. They are all-time Filipino favorites. The Pares soup is just an added twist to it. Second, Diwata Pares Overload started his business small. Without those people who are coming back, or I may say repeat customers, his business will not flourish and grow as it is today. For that, I'll give it a score of 19.5. Now let's go to the Litex Commonwealth Terminal in Quezon City, where Hiwaga Pares Overload is located. The food business itself is somewhat in the middle of a busy road intersection. They are open from 6 p.m. to 4 a.m. only. Known landmarks in the area include the Litex Market. There are no designated parking areas. It's up to you to look for your own parking space. For this, I will score it 18.5. The service is quite different. If you're one of the first people to sit at the tables before they open, the food you ordered will be served to you personally. At the very least, people can sit and eat comfortably. I can also feel the camaraderie among the working staff at Hiwaga Pares. Maybe it's because the staff have ample time to rest. For this, I give 20 points. Same with Diwata, their Pares Overload also costs 100 pesos. It comes with unlimited rice and a free soft drink. But they leveled up by adding unlimited juice like pineapple, melon, and mango. For this, I will give them a perfect score of 20. When it comes to cleanliness, my only concern is that the whole food business area that sits in the middle of an intersection is exposed to road dust and smoke coming from the vehicles that pass by the road. Staff are wearing plastic hand gloves, but are not wearing a hairnet. I will give it a score of 18.5. Finally, the Pares Overload. I don't know, but their Pares Overload has a more aromatic scent and the soup even tastes better. Better than the Pares Overload of Diwata. For this, I give it a score of 19.8. So here is the final score tally. In the midst of competition, amidst the bustling streets and the clinking of plates, there lies a silent victor, the people. They, the cherished patrons of the beloved Pares Overload, are the true champions of this narrative. In these trying times, when every peso counts, it's the visionaries behind Diwata and Hiwaga Pares Overload who stand as beacons of hope, offering not just meals, but moments of respite and joy to countless Filipinos. To these enterprising souls, my deepest gratitude knows no bounds. For in their culinary craft, they weave threads of inspiration that uplift spirits and ignite dreams. Beyond mere sustenance, they provide livelihoods, fostering communities and nurturing aspirations.